Hi, I'm The Situation, and you're watching Delmarva Life.
So good to see he's getting everything straightened out.
He looks better. Does that make sense? I mean,
yes, it
nothing's
does.
really changed, but he looks better.
I agree.
Yeah. So here's a question for you. Do you think the perception of tattoos is changing? Once seen as the symbol of a sailor at sea, maybe something common to the prison population.
Some say a tattoo is a permanent reminder of a temporary feeling. For instance, Angelina Jolie resorted to laser surgery to remove Billy Bob Thornton's name from her shoulder after they split. But the public perception of getting inked may be changing.
For instance, despite large, colorful, and highly visible lilac tattoos inked across her upper chest, Courtney Picola was hired as vice president of a Philadelphia sporting goods retailer. The person who hired her told Forbes.com, if I'd passed on her because of her tattoos, I'd be out one phenomenal employee. However, Mark Brenner, who's senior vice president of external affairs at Apollo Group, says in the same article, depending on if they are visible or offensive in nature, tattoos can have an impact on professionalism.
So, where does that leave us as far as the public perception of body art? Well, joining us this afternoon to give us an idea is WBOC reporter Cleo Green. Hi, Cleo.
Hi there.
Okay, let's lay down some groundwork here. Tattooing really has quite a history.
I mean, tattooing has come from somewhere. It does have a history going back centuries ago. I mean, Egyptians had tattoos in Africa. The tribe men, they had tattoos as well to mark, what different tribe they were from or what kind of warrior they were. They come from somewhere, and now tattooing is pretty popular.
Now, well, you've talked to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
And different people getting tattoos. Did you see anything common between them? Was there a common link between the people?
I want a tattoo. I don't have any,
Right.
so I kind of had to do my digging. I don't want to just get something I'm gonna regret getting later, but I learned that there is a tattooing culture. There's a guy up in Dover that I really like. He's a tattoo artist. His name is Paul Todd, and he told me that there's a culture to tattooing. I mean, people that do have tattoos, they know of great artists, and they would love to get to go to them to get their signature artwork. And also to add here, a good tattoo can cost you a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, I do know that. Is there a particular age range of people who are getting tattoos?
I really don't think there is. Many of the people that I spoke to, they got their first tattoo when they were 16 years old, so of course they had to get mom and dad's approval. And then Paul Todd, the guy I love in Dover, he told me he had a guy that was like 76 years old that came in and wanted a tattoo just because.
How about that? Has there been a change in reason why people get tattoos?
Well, I think tattooing is definitely more accepted now. It's a little bit more mainstream. It's definitely an expression. So a lot of people used to think it was just for renegade people, but now, I mean, you're seeing mom and dads with sleeves.
And people, breast cancer survivors are getting tattoos to cover scars?
I've been researching that. Breast cancer survivors, instead of after their mastectomy, they do cover up the scars with a cool tattoo.
Wow, how about that? Okay, so here's the bottom line question, I guess. Does it look like there is a shift in cultural, people overall, acceptance of tattoos?
Gosh, I can't give everything away in the story. That's why you have to watch tonight at 10 on Fox 21.
Okay.
All right, looking forward to it. Cleo, thank you for stopping by
No
Delmarva
problem.
Life,
Great
and
having
we look forward to seeing your story, Tattoos Taboo, tonight on WBOC News at 10 on Fox 21. Well, still to come on Delmarva Life, Christmas tree season is here, but do you dread the care you have to put into it to keep it looking nice? Well, Rachel Ray to the rescue. She'll have a handy how-to tip to help.
And we're turning to Brian to help us figure out where he is on Delmarva. Brian, we are ready for our final clue.
Well, Jimmy and Lisa, here is your second clue, so get ready. It's believed the town got its current name from two words that were put together. Think about that a little bit, and I'll reveal where I am when we come back.
But first, we just learned about tattoos. Dr. Oz says there are a few things to remember before you get inked.
About a quarter of the people between ages 18 and 24 have tattoos. So are you thinking about getting inked? First, plan ahead. You may want to pick an area that can be hidden and are easily altered, like the upper legs, buttocks, or back. Thinner skin regions are more difficult and painful to tattoo and remove. Make sure your artist wears sterile gloves and a surgical mask, and your skin is cleaned first with an antibacterial solution. But remember, infections happen because the skin is broken, and the pigments are not sterile, so bacteria and viruses may contaminate them, and infections may breed on parts of the machine that cannot be sterilized. Keep in mind, HIV, hepatitis B, and hep C are all transmittable through tattooing. So before you get tatted, know the risks.